I'm doing a Zodiac energy reading for Capricorn for the month of February. So this is going to be a little mini message with wisdom and healing for all of you. I'm going to go ahead and relax and tune in and let's see what comes up. Okay, Capricorn. It's dusty. It's wood. All right, I want to say that I'm in an attic-like space and the light's shining in and there's dust everywhere, but it's almost like a woodworker's workshop where there would be sawdust literally all over pieces of unfinished wood that are in the process of being transformed into something, okay? It's really weird because my nose is on, like, I can feel like powdery, almost powdery particles, and my nose rubbing as though this is like my hand here is the board, like wood that's being smoothed out, and there's dust all over it, and my nose is just running right across it. And it's very strange. So, like, what does nose represent? You know, it has a lot of different meanings to it. But this kind of makes me think that I'm getting my nose into my work, like putting the nose to the grindstone kind of concept. But there's not a lot of activity. Like, I don't feel I'm really engaged in building or crafting, creating anything. I feel almost like I'm just simply here. And I'm kind of inspecting this just to see what is here. Like, I stumbled upon an old room in a house that I didn't know was here before, and I'm investigating it. It's not necessarily even an attic. It's almost like a secret room behind a closet or something that hasn't been touched in a while, and I'm just looking around. Am I looking for ideas? Am I looking for hope? Am I looking for direction? Like, what am I actually looking for, and why am I in this place at this point in time? Because we always are stumbling and finding ourselves in the right place at the right time. So why are you in this point in your life? It's like you're not wanting to acknowledge something. This scene is a lot more pleasant than what I feel is beneath the surface. Am I sniffing this out? Like, I'm sniffing out some clues here. So I'm sniffing out what is really, what are we really looking at here? I will say at the surface, it's kind of intriguing of the senses because it's kind of a mystery, a hidden room type of feeling. What are we going to find in the old attic that nobody's stepped foot in for 100 years? We're looking at objects like a woodworker's shop, inspecting what might be crafted or created in here. So there's something kind of fun about it, right? But there's a major, like, I don't want to, there's an avoidance. There's a major energetic avoidance that I can feel here. And what is beneath the surface, we need to actually look at what is beneath the surface. Again, part of the message is about your life. You are in the right place at the right time. You are in the perfect place in your life right now, okay? Now, the next part of the message is what's beneath the surface of your presentation? What are you wanting to get out of life? Do you want it to be like a mystery, looking for clues, sniffing around to see what hidden treasures we can find in this world? I think that's a great way to want to go through life, as sort of an explorer of experiences and being human, you know. But this is like I'm Indiana Jones or something, you know. I'm finding the the hidden relics of the past, you know. I see how I'm still at the surface of this conversation, because when I go beneath the surface, it's like I'm ripping the Band-Aid off a very hairy arm. And you're going to yelp. You're going to not like me for this, okay? That's literally what it's like. I'm even tiptoeing here. And I'm going to rip the Band-Aid off. Okay. So that's the next part of this conversation. Because it's a horror scene. Energetically, on the energy side of things, this is a saturated with the energy infection of what we aren't choosing to look at. We want to stay on the side where we can just, where everything's going to be okay, right? Where we're kind of numb to the truth. We don't want to freaking acknowledge the truth, okay? Don't do this to me. Don't let me face it. Don't want to face it. Won't face it. Will not face it. Just keep the Band-Aid on my arm for the rest of my life because I don't want to feel it when it rips my hair off. I'll just live with with this Band-Aid. All right, even for me to talk about this with Capricorn Collective here is really hard. And I feel it's in the heart, majorly unresolved in the heart. It's an infected wound. You have to look at this. It's the third eye. It's the throat. It's like, if I want to believe the world is based on the cutesy advertisements that come up in between shows. Coffee. Look at these cute antiques. Oh, look at these smiling people on the beach. Look at this great meal that you can have. Yeah, the human race, this is awesome, right? But really, it isn't. It's actually, a lot of people aren't smiling. A lot of people aren't happy. We're coping. We're in a place of trying to survive something that life that is so painful. And that's what this feels like to me. It feels like February, we can stay numb. We can pretend like life is more interesting and more special, and it's going to be okay. And we found the neat little attic, or we're in the right place at the right time. Like, okay, I can work with that. But if you want to get real with it, if you really want to start to grow here, you have to go beneath the surface. You have to see what these advertisements are actually hiding about what people are really going through. Buy this, buy that. Look at the happiness you can have in your life when you buy these things. You know, that's kind of advertisement, right? It's not really giving us access to why do I need that again? Because I'm not happy in my life, so I need to get that thing so that I can be like those people in the commercial. So that's what I need to do, right? That's kind of what advertisements are for. To show us what we don't have, that's going to make us happy, so then we need to buy that thing. That's all very shallow. That's all very, I'm not getting real with myself. I'm not getting real with my life. This is crucial. This is, I'm telling you, bone-breaking hard. Because I'm still trying to get beneath the surface, and Capricorn, you're like, no, we're not going there. We're not going to see what's actually here. When I flash my eyes to see what's actually here, because I just ignore you, Capricorn, I'm like, oh God, this is like a freaking horror show of pain and unhealed wounds that you just don't want to feel it anymore. So you're just going to go your merry way when you're actually full of broken bones and pain and suffering inside, and you're not going to do anything about it. You're just going to live with it and try to embrace it, you know, kind of create a, I don't know, some kind of advertisement of happiness that maybe you're projecting that for everybody to see, but that's not really what's going on inside. I mean, that's literally what's coming up here for Capricorn for February. I don't know. There's been some zodiacs. This is, sorry, Capricorn, you're the last one now for for February, but you'll be the second to last one when we get into March, okay? I've done all the zodiacs, and I I will say, I'm wondering what is the toughest one. There's some that are super awesome. I would totally love to be that zodiac sign for February. Ophiuchus is pretty darn hard. But I would say that Capricorn, I think yours would be the hardest one. The hardest. Because there feels like this incredible avoidance. Like this immaculate, incredible gift of avoidance going on here. So when you avoid at looking at what's really going on, the real pain inside yourself, when you avoid it and you become good at it, almost like you know how we develop a tolerance to anything. If we put ourselves through that experience for long enough, we'll kind of mold and shape ourselves into coping with basically anything. So if you've molded and shaped yourself into coping with what you have going on in your life, you have become adjusted to an extreme imbalance on the level that it is going to be bone-breaking hard for you to get out of this. Because you don't even know what normal is anymore. Like this, you have to choose to find out who you are without all of this. Like you have to get real with life. You're going to have to pull the Band-Aid off. Remember how your parents say, I'm going to go fast. It might hurt for a second, but it's going to be over quick. Rip, and it's like, that wasn't so bad actually. I have a feeling that it could be like this. It's going to be bone-breaking hard until you do it and start a process of change. And then you're going to feel so full of healing and life force energy and rejuvenation and refreshment that it wasn't really that bad. It wasn't really that hard. But this is building, avoidance. Everything's fine. I'm living in kind of a neutral, numb air experience. Like, we gotta shatter this mirror, okay? We gotta shatter this in order to set yourself truly free to be you, to be free in your life, to be truly happy in your life. I'm just gonna say that, okay? So can Capricorn do it in February, or is February like... I mean, that's up to the Capricorn. But if February feels like this, Capricorn may be really good at avoiding looking beneath the surface. So I guess February could be just a month of just doing what you usually do, and maybe everything's fine, right? But it's not really that fine. And perhaps this is an opportunity to really acknowledge that what isn't right about your life and the possibilities of having to make really big changes that may seem impossible, may seem bone-breaking hard, but they're actually not. Do you think that you're going to have to face this lesson in your life where you're going to have to make those big changes? Or do you think that you can just get put on, just brush me under the rug with the other dust and just forget, I don't need to make any changes. I can just keep things the way that they are. Do you think that you can do that for the rest of your life and know true happiness? Are you going to live like a shallow commercial, or are you going to be real? Like, are you going to be totally real, This is a pretty hard message, but that's what I'm supposed to say. That's what the energy is showing me. That's the message that I need to share with Capricorn. So, yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope this perspective is helpful for you. And if any of you are interested in exploring a psychic session with me, please visit me at my website at abbeynormalswisdomquest.com. I also have 2 other YouTube channels, so you can check me out at Abbey Normal and Abbey Psychic Services. I'm also on Patreon at patreon.com/abbeynormalswisdomquest. All right, thank you all again so much for watching, and I wish you the best in February.